Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls in the building, Shaye, Ogbonna, and Will Packer. Good morning.
What up, sir?
What's happening, family?
Come on, man. I'm up here in the building. How y'all feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Yeah?
First time I
Monday
seen
morning.
my new boss in person.
Hey, you got to explain that, man. People going to think I bought V103. There's a bunch of rumors out there already.
No, you went bigger than that.
Parking lot. Come on.
Congratulations on being new part owner of the Atlanta Falcons,
So
sir.
huge, my guy, huge. That is
huge, yeah.
incredible.
Huge.
You know what I'm saying? Just to be a part of an incredible ownership group, to have somebody that looks like me. You know, it's literally 11 black people in the world that can say they have ownership of
That's
an NFL
amazing.
team. It is
insane, bro.
not a club where a lot of folks that look like us. But now, it's a couple more. So I'm proud, man.
Yeah, you and
I'm
Dominique
too.
Dawes. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, my folks.
Yeah, your folks. Yeah, Dominique Dawes. Shout out Ross Brewer and Rashawn Williams. Part of that group.
That is an
Big shout
amazing
out.
That
group.
is amazing. But how
Arthur
long
Blank
did
made that
it?
decision?
How long did it take you guys to put that deal together?
It takes a while. It's a serious situation. You know
Really?
what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of vetting and it's a big long process.
Okay.
It ain't like walking into CVS like get a little Falcons on my way out with the milk. Like nah, it ain't like
Because
that.
all the other owners have to be like, we cool with it, right?
It's a full vote that has to take place. The league has to approve. The other ownership has to approve.
Oh,
You
wow.
got- yeah, it's very involved.
Man.
Yeah.
So you're
I
excited.
made it. I crossed it.
You
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
good job.
Yes,
Good
yes,
job.
yes. It's a
Listen,
good group.
his next finish line is happening next Thursday, September 5th, when $1 Million Heist, the Fight Night $1 Million Heist series premieres on Peacock.
Yeah.
Are we doing one at a time, or we getting all of them at one time?
We're going to drop a batch at the beginning.
Okay.
Right? So, Peacock. Jazzy Mack, you got Peacock?
Okay, so this
Okay,
way.
you
Okay,
see that?
so
There's a lot.
Here
we go. What happened
in
was-
English. Tell us in English.
Explain, right? So I saw
it.
the trailer. I was like, oh my, this is so good that I have to go and get my subscription
So the answer is
to
no.
Peacock. No, I don't have it right now, but I'm
Okay.
going to get it
I'm just
just
saying,
to
if
see
you,
this.
if you need a code, you need a password.
I need to call. Yes.
Shay.
Come on, Shay.
Peacock
You
is
ain't
a
gonna
I'm
listen
an
to
Atlanta
that.
boy, man. That's how
Don't
we
you
get
listen,
down,
don't
man.
do that.
Don't
That's,
listen to
Shay,
Shay.
you got my
What do you
bag,
mean,
okay?
don't do that?
Shay got my bag.
I'm a community
Shay-
man. I'm a
Shay-
community
okay,
man,
see?
bro.
Shay is the writer and creator of Fight Night.
I just want people to see
But-
it.
And he's a good brother, but he's young in the business, okay? He don't realize he cutting into his own profits,
You messing up
passing
your
out
paper, man.
passes.
I'm
That's
at that
your-
point now,
You know,
yeah,
that's your
yeah.
own paper.
I know.
I know you ATL, but
That's
come
what-
on,
it's
hustler.
ATL. Like,
And listen, let me
yeah.
tell you
It's
something about
just me.
Jazzy Mack.
It's just
Jazzy
me.
Mack will take all your codes
All of a sudden, my code.
and resell
All of a
them.
sudden, I'm getting
There'll be
emails.
like
Somebody signed in and
7 billion
Nebraska.
people watch this,
Yeah.
but
I will not
300
do that.
paid.
I will not do that. I'm stingy with the code, so it's just me. But Shay, you have.
If you don't have Peacock, that's
You
where
see
it's
some-
dropping.
You see, she's still
Don't
asked for
listen
it,
to
though.
Jazzy Mack and Shay.
I got
Shay,
you.
Ogbonna.
No, I'll still get it. I'll
got
still get
you.
it because
It's all love.
it looks nice. I mean, y'all have a lot of great players in that characters in the movie. Kevin Hart, Samuel Jackson, my
Come
girl
on.
Taraji P.
Come on.
Henson,
Come on.
John Cheadle,
Yes.
Terrence Howard.
Yes.
Listen,
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it.
Cast is crazy. It is, I
Oh,
mean,
gosh.
easy. I'm so proud of this cast, this ensemble that we put together. The crazy thing is that it's a true story, right?
100%.
Like,
That's
I brought this to Shay. I did not know this happened. This is the biggest heist in the history of Georgia, even today.
Wow.
So literally, this was back in the 70s when Muhammad Ali, he was banned. He was
Right.
like, could not get hired to box because he refused
The
to fight in the
draft.
Vietnam War. And so people call him a draft dodger. People said he hated his country and called him immoral. And so, you know, now he's looked at as a hero.
As an
icon.
But it's one of those moments where in history, sometimes being on the right side of history doesn't look like that. So he was banned. He came down to Atlanta to fight an unsanctioned boxing match. And it attracted celebrities and athletes and gangsters, honestly,
Wow.
from all over the country. And true story, somebody threw an underground casino night. One of the promoters said, hey, all these folks in town. And then folks came through with masks and robbed everybody. And they happened to be robbing some of the biggest gangsters in the country
What?
and didn't know it.
Right.
And that's just the jumping off point.
And
What
that's
I
just
miss,
the
Shay?
beginning. You didn't miss nothing. That's just the beginning.
Yeah.
That's just the start. And then after that, it's just like, what's gonna happen, man? Who's gonna make it out of it? And it all at the center of it all is Chicken Man. Kevin Hart playing a local hustler who's trying to level
His
up.
name is Chicken
Chicken
Man.
Man.
His name is Chicken Man, the most Atlanta name ever you could ever think.
Chicken
When I
Man.
first heard this story and I listened to that podcast, I was like, Chicken Man. I was like, am I related to this dude? This is the most Southwest Atlanta thing I ever heard in my
Chicken
life,
Man.
But yeah, Kevin Hart's playing a real man, Gordon Chicken Man Williams, man, and he's a hustler that's trying to make it, trying to level up.
Nice. So Shay, you are originally from Atlanta?
Yeah.
Now, okay, Georgia Peach, you.
Yeah, Southwest College Park,
see,
East
that's
Point.
why you gonna give me the code to Peacock. That's what
See,
I'm saying.
That's why.
That's why he gonna stay in Atlanta. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's why he ain't gonna never make
To
it
my
out.
detriment.
Will Packer and Shaye Ogbonna's in the building. We're talking about Fight Night, $1 Million Heist coming out on Peacock next Thursday, September 5th. We'll be back with more right after this with the Big Ticket Morning Show and Jazzy McBee on V103. Big Ticket Morning Show with Jazzy McBee on the People Station V103, ATL's #1 for hip hop, R&B, and throwbacks. Will Packer, Shaye Ogbonna in the building, talking about Fight Night, $1 Million Heist series out on Peacock September 5th. We want everybody to watch all of them. They drop in about how many total episodes, Shaye?
8.
Eight.
Eight
So
total
how many
episodes.
we getting on the 5th?
I believe 3.
Okay.
The first 3,
Three.
which are very much like they like a movie. Like the
Okay.
first 3, like you watch the first 3, you're like, where you gonna go with this? And it's like, nah, man, we just getting going.
Why wasn't this a movie?
Yeah.
Well, I think it was a lot of. I think initially, and Will can speak to this. Initially, it was a movie.
Okay.
For a while, it was definitely trying to be made as a movie. It went through some different iterations, and it ultimately didn't work out. But I always say this. I think sometimes like a story, a production is just trying to find the right format. It's trying to find the right storytellers. It's trying to find the right village to get that thing told. And I think Fight Night is the ultimate example of that. I think the limited series format was the perfect format for Fight Night because it gave us an opportunity not just to like explore the events that happened that evening that kind of set everything off, but to explore all the players that were involved. And I think it gives you like we have like the real estate and the terrain to really like explore all these different characters that were involved in this particular event and the aftermath of it.
Well said. Absolutely.
I mean, because I look at the names.
Yeah.
This don't sound like no series.
I know.
It's a big movie star name,
It's a
right?
big
Some of the
movie
biggest
star
stars in the
name.
world.
Yeah.
I like to say we assemble the Black Avengers. Come on, let's go.
Okay, I like
Chocolate,
that.
literally.
The Chocolate
In some cases,
Avengers.
yeah.
I do like
There's
that.
2 of them.
I mean, I do, right? Technically, it's 3.
It's
Follow
technically
me.
3.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Come
Sam.
on. If you talk about Marvel, who
Yeah,
I got for the
Sam.
Marvel
Oh,
universe?
yeah, you do
Look
got
at it.
3.
We got Fury. We got Nick.
Which
Yeah.
one?
He got 3. He got 3 of them.
got three.
Before
Don
Samuel.
Cheadle.
Oh,
was the
okay,
other
okay,
one?
okay. Oh, yeah.
It was Terrence.
Okay.
War Machine.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
We got an interesting connection. No, but we went. I mean, obviously, you put a cast like that together, you got to call everybody personally. And so we reached out, and I brought. Kev was the first call, so I got Kev on board, and Kev and we started calling each cast member individually to say, "Yo, would you get down with this?" And they read Shaye's script, and they were like, "Yo, this sounds dope."
So it was a
Come on, let's go to
no-brainer.
Atlanta and shoot. We shot it right here in the A.
So
Nice.
you call people.
Huh? What happened?
Oh, here we go.
Huh?
Y'all know
What
him.
happened?
Uh-oh.
You know, I always get awkward with Tigger after a while
What I
because
just got pulled into?
every time I come here to promote a project
You
and,
said it.
and he ain't been in one,
Only
it gets
because
weird.
he
It gets
promised.
Weird. Well, hold on.
Oh, see,
That's
Will,
a
you're not
strong-
I
keeping
have
your
it on tape.
promises.
I believe no. I believe what I said
Oh, okay.
was I believe I gave a promise to strongly consider
No.
Oh.
then have an evaluation and
right.
then I mean is that not correct?
all right. It's all
Listen,
right.
Tig, I think you have an amazing career ahead and behind you. And I think the point is that you should
It's
just
okay.
keep striving
Is-
for greatness.
I just want to know, is it because I'm not...
Now hold on. Now Tig, there was a Will Packer project that you got close to being in. I don't know if you want to talk
What
about that.
happened?
But there was something.
You can bring
And
it up.
and
Talk about
and
it.
She's
called
going to
me.
talk crazy.
Yeah,
And,
what's
and
going
oh yeah.
I called him to ask about it because it was offered to me. And I said, what you think? And what did you say?
It was a dating show. You remember this?
Oh, which one?
Did you tell him not to do a Will Packer dating show? Which one doesn't really matter? 'Cause I don't want people to compare them to people that might be in it now.
Oh, Lord.
You know,
Oh, okay.
it was gonna be. I mean, what do you think? You don't think Tig should do a dating show? Jazzy Mac?
Tig, do you want to do a dating show?
That's not what he asked you.
He said it feels like y'all had this conversation.
Well, I mean, because I know his situation now, but if he did not have this, yes, I would, yes. Please.
Okay,
For the,
all right.
and then, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. let's do
Okay.
that.
All right. So
Now you-
yes, he should have done it. So
He
he had
should've
an
done
opportunity
it.
to be in a Will Packer
Why you didn't
project.
do it?
Yeah, why you ain't do
You
it?
turned it down, so it's just.
Uh-oh.
Feels like it's a little bit more to that story.
There's a camera in here. Let me find all the cameras in here.
Tig
Look at
looking
that
like
camera,
somebody
look at that
lying.
Shaye, so in your next project,
I ain't in it, bro.
Shaye, especially if you're shooting right here in Atlanta, which Will does all the time.
All the time.
I'm just saying.
We gotta find something for
Little
Tig.
fun,
Shay.
little fun. I mean,
I mean, now this set in the '70s, right?
Right.
So we had to take everybody and take them back. When you see it, it's very authentic. You look at a lot of people saw Terrence Howard in that wig.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, the wig now. Hold
That
on.
thing
wig.
was
so
laid.
Oh, that
That
wig
wig
now.
was
We
wicked.
can now let you know that's why he was in the wig. He
Yeah.
was on set.
Okay.
He was
We
literally
were
on set.
shooting, right?
He was shooting, okay.
So my question, I mean, So, Jazzy, do you think Tig has a 70s face? That's what I was going to ask you.
I can show you one of my wigs.
With the costume and makeup.
If we put some
100%.
hair on him, because
you want to see me with some hair?
We put a fro on,
got a
man,
great.
yes.
Oh, if I had a fro,
You got a great 2020 face. That's what I see. When I see you, I see very contemporary. You know, I see.
See, you got the vision. We always got the vision.
Yeah, of him in late 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like 70s.
Give me a flat top, bro. I want
First of all, not flat tops now. You got this before flat top,
you
Jerry
said late
curls.
90s, which would have been
Yeah,
flat
no,
top.
I'm giving you that.
If
I think
you
I
do
can
the
see that.
70s, I could have did that.
Now
I'm
we
about
going
to show you a picture just to show you my versatility.
We brought back Pascal's. We brought back.
I know that was the HBCU
Claremont.
activation, right?
The riches
you
up.
guys did the HBCU activation, but y'all brought back the throwback prices. Like the sweet tea was like 25 cents, and
Yes.
I was like, listen,
Yeah,
I
one
don't
time
know.
for all my ATL folks that took advantage of that.
Can y'all do the gas prices like that for 99 cents? When it was
Oh, yeah, that would have been better. Yeah.
That would have been
Folks
what
in the Middle East got
a
thing to say
thing.
about that.
Okay,
I'm not sure I
This
can.
how she about to bring up the code in a minute.
no, listen. You know, black people. You know we like hookups. Come on, Shaye. You from Atlanta? You know how it is.
Say you done messed up. Jazzy Mac has zeroed in on you.
Listen.
He trying to get
Jazzy
this
Mac
free.
be on
Off of that code, that was it.
Shit.
That's how it is.
Seen your
This my
giving
new
heart.
I knew what I was getting into when I offered it, man.
Go
It's fine.
subscribe to Peacock,
You know?
people. At least get one for your
But it-
household.
It's family.
Disclaimer out there is not for everyone. He said just me personally.
It's not for you personally. He messed up. That was a mistake,
He can't take
Jazzy.
his word back. That's
No,
it.
no take backs.
Well, okay.
Will Packer, Shaye Ogbonna in the building. So it's widely said, it's even on the T-shirt, Atlanta influences everything.
Period.
And
Period.
before that was even a saying, this night, this series about this night is kind of the exemplification of that. Clear?
Yeah, it's the origin story of it. Like, I mean, obviously, the Atlanta we see today, obviously, it's this beautiful, vibrant city that's a cultural mecca, like an economic mecca, entertainment mecca. What we're saying is, and I had never seen a show or movie that really, like, explained the kind of DNA or the origin story of all this popped off. And when I heard about this and I listened to that podcast, I was like, finally, this is the moment. This is the origin story that kind of popped off all this Black Mecca stuff. And so this was so special about this. You finally get to see from local Atlantans, but also people who are not from Atlanta, who have heard about Atlanta or got something to say about Atlanta. You finally get to see the story of how it all started, told for us, by us. You know what I mean? So
I love it.
100%.
Love it. So, I'm from Atlanta. Of course, I wasn't born in the 70s, but why haven't we heard the story before?
I mean, a lot of these stories, and Will can speak to this too, I feel like a lot of these local kind of like African-American stories are told orally. You know what I mean? Like, they're not in history books. They're not like in magazines. Your grandmama. Like, the funny, I didn't know about this when I first heard about it. The first thing I did was call my auntie, my uncles, and all, and they all knew somebody.
So they heard of the story.
They all knew somebody. I found out I got connections through my mom, my godmother.
Nice.
Wow.
Sam Jackson, who was involved in the project.
Yeah.
He was here in college
remembered
when it went down. Yeah, he remembered
was
it.
there. He was living in Atlanta.
Really?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The place where the actual heist happened, his wife is from that
there.
area.
Oh,
When we were in
wow.
the neighborhood shooting, Sam was like, first of all, y'all got it right? Because we had to go and transform every place into 70s Atlanta in an authentic way. And Sam said, y'all got it right. This is what it looked like. He said, I know because I was there. My wife was there.
Wow.
So yeah, it's interesting. Shaye talked about like the origin story. A lot of people, we think of Atlanta, especially recent Atlanta, right? We think of the music and civil rights and all that is extremely important. Atlanta had ups and downs, and so this was an inflection point for the city. And so it's a super entertaining way to look at how you got these dreamers and hustlers, right? Kevin Hart plays a dreamer. Even Sam Jackson, in a way, even though he's a big gangster, he's a dreamer. He has a dream of what Atlanta can become. It's interesting when you see kind of like origin stories that show you how a city came to be. This is a big inflection point to show that Atlanta could operate on the level of a New York, a Chicago, an LA, a Miami, because it wasn't considered that way.
Right.
You know? Tig's still looking for this 70s picture of his, and whoa, hey!
I mean, let's give it more like 84.
Y'all, let me tell y'all something.
Because that's a
Tig is not
closely
gonna
shorn
let it go.
fro, man.
Tig-
That's closely shorn.
Tig got a strong jaw. Y'all haven't seen this picture that I'm seeing of Tig. I don't know if y'all can log on to V103, but Tig got an old face.
That's a
I
super-
just
that's a-
realized.
yeah.
that. I didn't. I always thought of
He
Tig
could definitely
as
be a
younger
supervisor
man.
with that
No,
joint.
I never look at you the same, brother.
Yeah.
You got an old face. You look like a strong 60s.
So put him in the game.
I mean,
Coach.
60 years old. That's how you giving me.
Definitely
right
giving
there.
principle. That's a
That's
principle.
good. I see you with the
principle
makeup on.
joint.
What was that for? Can you
I
talk
was for
about
a
it?
period piece about Aretha Franklin.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Genius?
60s. That was
Yeah,
in the 60s.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
See,
Okay.
see,
All right.
see.
Listen,
Somebody
I see you,
called
brother.
me.
I see. I see you. You look good.
All right,
Well,
well,
listen.
In a
excited about
Thurgood
the
Marshall
film.
in high school kind of way, but it's still, you still look good, baby.
Fight Night $1 Million Heist out on Peacock September 5th next Thursday. Before you get out of here, tell me something that didn't make the film that we should hear about.
Nah, Shaye.
Oh, man.
Them that didn't make the film. Huh.
Something that didn't make the film.
Yeah,
Whether
we
it be
put a lot
on-
in there. Not
On,
gonna lie to you.
on or off camera.
Yeah, I know what you're going for. But you know what? It was honestly behind the scenes, it was love. You
Yeah.
had actors, a lot of them who had worked together before, right? Of course, you got Taraji and
Taraji,
Terrence,
yeah.
right? You got, Sam had worked with Don. Kevin and Don had been looking to work together on something of this scale. They hadn't been able to do
Nice.
it. Kev had not worked with Sam in a real way before. He and Sam and I had talked about working together. It was kind of an opportunity for some folks who were big in this industry who had not worked together.
Wow.
So a lot of people will say, yo, how come so-and-so never works with so-and-so, right? I want to see Denzel, Will Smith, and Sam Jackson in the movie. They just pick these stars. And so a lot of times it just doesn't line up that way because
Right.
you don't have folks like me behind the scene and Shaye that are being very intentional about let's put our folks
Right.
together in the right roles. That's what happened here, man. It was love. It was
Yeah.
really love behind the scenes.
Okay, but did you automatically, like when you wrote the character, when they wrote the characters, did you automatically in your mind picture who you thought would play the actual part?
We talked about Sam very early, didn't we?
I think the only one was like Sam was always a dream, but I didn't think it would. I mean, you just like, yeah, we'll see. I
And
doubt it'll
Kev was
happen.
in when we brought.
Yeah,
when
Kevin was
we-
pretty
he
much.
in
Yeah,
very
he was already
early.
in. So but like Sam was probably the only one. But it
only
was just
one.
like you're kind of writing it to that, and you'll see what happens, and then all of a sudden you got Sam Jackson.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I'm looking forward to Fight Night $1 Million Heist out on Peacock. They dropping 3 episodes September 5th next Thursday, and then you get the rest of them when you get them. But you got to get Peacock to get them, and you ain't getting Shaye's code.
And you ain't getting it from Jazzy McBee.
let's just
Don't-
leave it out.
because
Don't
I'll
buy
have
it. Don't swipe
have
up
the
on her
code.
Instagram with her
I'll
selling
have the
peacock
code.
codes. Don't do that.
Learn some stuff today. Will can be intentional. Always good to see you, Will. Pleasure seeing you again.
family.
Congratulations again on the Falcons and everything you continue
Love
to
it.
do
Thank
and
you,
aspire
my
to do.
brother.
And congratulations to making sure that your team won this weekend.
Did you see that?
I heard it was
Did
the
you
speech.
see
That's what I heard.
for Florida A&M
I heard it was-
University?
I heard it was
the
the
Florida
speech.
A&M University Rattlers.
I heard
You
it was
know,
the speech.
There was a very important, powerful pregame speech before that
I
game.
heard it was the speech.
We came back and won by 1 point. The word is in the fourth quarter, they looked back and said, "What did Packer say in that locker room?
Yeah.
What would Will
We gotta
Packer
do this
do?
with Packer.
What would Will Packer do?
Ain't no lose, ain't no draw. We gonna win. Let's go, Rattlers fam. You in the house?
Hey, man,
do it.
Shay, pleasure to meet you, and
sir.
congratulations for bringing your hometown to this particular level with this upcoming series. So we're excited for it.
Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate it.
Represent
Absolutely.
Thank you,
Y'all don't go
family.
too far. Make sure, unless you're going to check out Fight Night $1 Million Heist out on Peacock Thursday, September 5th. We'll be back with more Big Ticket Morning Show with Jazzy McBee next on V103.
V103.